Namaskar. At Him Life School, we solve most of the problems and take most of the decisions through constructing conversations. So today we had one fabulous conversation with Miss Hariba from Varanasi. So now we wanted to share the essence of the 3 hour conversation we had so that you will be able to understand the dynamics of problem solving and decision making. So after the conversation, I have asked Hariba to write what changed in her before and after the conversation. So the list of problems before conversation and how it got resolved after conversation. So we are having a meta conversation about the conversation. So these insights will be useful. Yeah, it's slightly confusing, but now from now on, it's easy for you to track it. So Ariba, what was your state of mind before we had that conversation today?
Sir, it was very chaotic. I had a lot in mind about studies and everything.
And what is your state of mind now or after the conversation?
The solution to every problem, uh, like my my problem regarding the studies or study plans, uh, we sat and resolved that, and
Cool. So to make it more insightful for you guys, I'm sharing what she has shared so that we'll be able to use it for our own benefit. And if you want a conversation like this, you can reach out to us through the link shared along with this video. So I'm starting with the first point she had mentioned. Did not know a lot of things about my own self, got to know things I'm lacking in me and need to work upon. So, can you elaborate on this particular point?
sir, earlier my state of mind and my thoughts were very limited and narrow to a certain limit. But now, after that conversation, I got to know a lot of things about myself, as in a lot of things that I could think of, but I don't really put that much effort in thinking.
Understood. The next part didn't have clarity about where I stand in academics, clarity about where I stand and what needs to be done to reach the end goal. So, what is this clarity you're talking about?
Sir, about the study plan, like earlier, the last exam that I gave, Group 1, I got a total of 136. And then after 3 weeks of being at HLS, I have done nearly completed Group 2. So, where I stand in that, in Group 2 right now, and based on my marks of Group 1 in previous attempt. So, we had a discussion on both of this and where uh, is it possible for me to give both the groups in the next attempt or not. So, we had a conversation about that.
So, you got to know where you are and where you have to go with
Yeah.
clear cut positioning. Good. When it comes to mindset and thoughts, you said it has moved from limited and narrow to look for a broader future, and you're able to think about your
Broader
long term, yeah, broader picture. So, and you're able to think about your long term plans and goals. So, what about this part?
Sir, as you shared your how you were working earlier and then you quit your job and started HLS. So uh, that gave me a broader sense of thought that I can actually think about the long term perspective of life and goals, which I was not till now.
So, no, so you're able to expand your vision of how to plan things and good. And yeah, this one is a classic one for most of the people. So you said you're confused about writing one group or both the groups. So now you're clear or you got clarity about writing both the groups and also the risk involved. So what happened here? What gave you clarity?
Sir, before coming to HLS, we had a conversation where what I thought was that in September I'll write one group and then, or in Jan both the groups. But then, as my I had a base on group one, so we worked on group two and subjects of group two. And now that after 3 weeks, I see myself in a position that I have comparatively done a lot of improvement in group two. So now I think, and we still have 1 month left. So I think based on that, I can give both the groups. And about the risk, it is either I'll clear one group or I'll not. But I want to work more on group one, which I have a strong base on, and then give both the groups because mostly it will either help either clear one group or clear both the groups in say 4 months. So
Fabulous. So now you have understanding of all the possibilities, positive, negative, neutral. So
yeah.
things are clear in your mind. So clarity will give you confidence. Good. And what is this expression? Like, how did you become more expressive from being less expressive? What changed in just 3 hours?
Earlier, sir, I'm not generally very expressive. I like to express through words, but not through communication. But once I get comfortable with people after having a conversation or one or two, so yeah, after 3 hours, I think I'm more comfortable in communicating with you than I was before.
And next, this brings to an interesting point. Not friends with him and friends with him. So what was not there and what happened is 3 hours, and it also has a follow point like didn't know a lot about him as it was always a limited conversation. Now one-to-one communication helped me to understand better. I think this friendship is a consequence of understanding him in a better way. Now, what is your understanding? What happened? What is your understanding about this person, so that you decided to become friends with him?
So during the conversation, you asked me who is your best friend and about the definition of being a best friend. So what you told was that best friend is someone who goes beyond their uh, default system and goes beyond and work for you. So yeah, I mean, or you, and you said that prioritizing others' daughter more than yours right now because it's needed. So I think that really stuck in my mind, and so
Yeah. So talking about friendship, since we recently had a friendship day, giving cards or tying bands are not going to put you good friends. It's important that you create some space in your life. You create some space for the other person in your mind. Once they understand, they would like to have you as a friend or best friend. So that's what happened in this 3 hours. As I said, even if you spend 3 years with a lot of people, if they don't have the right intent or they don't have the right mind space for you, it's pointless. So choose your friends wisely because you cannot choose your parents and siblings. Friends are the only beings which you can choose. So this is one important aspect. Happy friendship day related. And finally, confused about exams and clarity backed by facts and less chaotic mind. Yeah, this is an important point. So confusion to clarity is one of the programs that we talk about. Normally, we take a week, and now how did it happen in 3 hours from confusion to clarity? Can you elaborate on this? How did you move from chaos and confusion towards clarity? What happened here?
so clarity backed by facts. We again, like I said, that my marks in previous attempt in group one, and my assumption of my marks for group two based on the preparations that I had in past 3 weeks. So and all the risks, like uh, clearing one group or clearing both the groups or clearing not clearing any group. So based on all the facts and information, we came to a point that I'll write. mostly both the games.
Fair enough. So yes, so this is how we started and how we landed. I hope you understand the power of a conversation. Uh, we had a brand called Him Talks. So when we built it, the brand was focused on solving problems and helping people take decisions through conversations itself. To build our skills takes time. That's why we ask 3 months for mentorship, 100 days. But to solve certain problems and to take certain decisions, most of our students were able to identify significant change. Even yesterday, I was having one conversation with my 3R. He spoke for almost 3 hours about the 3 hour conversation because how impactful it was. So it took me more than a decade to get here. But again, we may not be able to do it for everyone. So over and above our students, for the first time, we're opening up the space where people can book up a 3 hour conversation with me and solve some of the problems, take some of the decisions. And Deekshita, can you get me that him talks thing? I think we just wanted to talk about why I created this way back in 2017. So that's when I quit EY, and that's when I started my first brand. So when I'm looking at it, the objective of this is like HIMS, Human Intelligence Master. Now, why do you think the L is missing here? No, we left in.
Yeah, actually, I thought about it, but I just thought it's a font.
So basically, we focus on the power of silence while talking. It's a misnomer in a way. When I say power of silence, talking is more about listening. So one of the important aspects is I pay a lot of attention to listen. I talk less and listen more. So that's how you speak. Like him talks is more about silence. When I say silence, silence without bias, silence without prejudice, silence without judgment. So all of this creates a neutral filter for me to understand the other person in the right sense. So that's what happens in this. Hope you're happy with the conversation.
Yes.
And if you have to recommend other students or other people to book a 3 hour conversation with me, the classic, what are the 3 reasons why somebody should spend those 3 hours with me? To the camera, one, two, three.
First, that you will definitely get a clarity for your problems if there are any problems. Second, you will obviously find a new friend. And third,
To come and find it out yourself. So that's what the third reason will be different for different people. So thank you, Ariba, and of course your friends from now. So this is what we have for you, and officially we're opening for the first time ever a 3 hour conversation for all of you. To get a conversation, we'll share the details in the link. Thank you for watching us, and thank you, Ariba, for sharing fabulous insights. More than the conversation, the way you constructed the essence of the conversation was really helpful. Okay, yeah, thank you guys.